This is a history unlike any history of any other house in this country. And it's not just the house, of course, as it was also referenced. It is so inextricably tied to the National Cemetery, in many ways representing so much of the most important themes of our country's history. When you consider what this house was built to be in the first place, built by a step-grandson of George Washington Parke Custis, who had been raised by the president, who was considered the first presidential son in American history, and wanted to dedicate his life to memorializing the memory of that great man. And so he moved here from Mount Vernon, started building this house, 1802, at the age of 21. He would live here 55 years, and he would spend almost every day of his life dedicated to this cause of not only promoting George Washington's memory, but using that as a way of making this country a better country. He raised his daughter Mary with that, and when she married Lieutenant Robert E. Lee in this house, in this first parlor, on June 30th, 1831, it brought him into this family as well. And Lee and George Washington related as one of the most fascinating relationships perhaps in all of American history, considering the two roles those two men played. This house, in many ways, was our nation's first memorial. First presidential memorial, first monument, first historical museum dedicated to honor the memory of the birth, the founding of this country, and the ideals behind that. And so this house had deep meaning even when Robert E. Lee was living here. 6 of his 7 children were born here. He said he loved this place more than any other place on earth. And on this day, April 20, 1861, he made the most difficult decision of his life. And one of the most difficult decisions any citizen of any country could ever imagine having to make. A choice of state versus country, but more personally, a choice to him of family and home versus that nation. How do you choose between your country and your home, your country and your family? That was in many ways the choice Robert E. Lee faced. And when he resigned his commission as a U.S. Army officer in this house early the morning of April 20, 1861, it broke his heart in many ways. In one way, he expected that his family was likely to lose this home.